going to show you how to make a really quick chocolate mousse, which has only got 3 ingredients. It's brilliant, it's dairy free, and it makes a really lovely rich dessert. So all we've got is 3 eggs, 90 grams of chocolate, dark chocolate, and we use 3 teaspoons of sugar. So really one easy recipe to remember the ratios with, because per egg you need 30 grams of dark chocolate and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now my first job, I'm going to melt my chocolate. So you can either melt this in a microwave, do it in sort of 20-second bursts, and then give it a stir so it doesn't burn. Or you can melt it over a pan. If you don't have a microwave, get a saucepan of boiling water, you put an inch of water in the bottom, turn it up to boil, then turn the heat off and put a heat-proof bowl sitting in the top and just let that chocolate melt. So there's my melted chocolate, I'm going to put that to one side. Next job, I need to separate my eggs. So when it comes to separating eggs, what I want to do is crack my egg, and then I'm going to, oops, this one actually, I'm going to put my whites into a big bowl. And my yolks I'm just going to set aside, doesn't matter what sort of bowl they go in. My whites I want to be in a big enough bowl for me to whisk up. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack my shell in half, and I'm going to pass the egg yolk from one shell to the other. Another way to do it, if you don't mind textures, is you can open up your eggshell, if I can, oops, it's all coming, and you can just pass it through your hand as well and catch that yolk, because you'll find that the yolk will just sit there and you can tip it in. Give your hands a rinse and then you're ready to start whisking. Now I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of sugar to my egg whites. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to whisk them up. You'll notice that I turn the bowl as I whisk those whites, and I get the whisk right into the corners. So I've whisked my egg whites to stiff peaks, and that means when I turn the blades of my beaters over, you can see a peak on the top. Or alternatively, I can turn the bowl over. So my next job is to try and incorporate all these ingredients. My first job is going to be to put the yolks in with this chocolate. So I'm going to add them to my chocolate bowl, and then with my beaters, I'm going to whisk it up. Now next job is going to get my egg whites in with this chocolate. Now you can see that they're very different consistencies at the moment. So if I just try to fold these whites in, it's going to be really difficult. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do what's called a sacrificial spoon. So I'm going to get a really nice big spoon of my egg whites, pop it in with the chocolate, and whisk it up. And that just loosens up the chocolate. So effectively I'm sacrificing the area I've whisked into those egg whites I added to the chocolate to make it much easier to then fold in these remaining whites. So now I'm going to add all the remaining whites to the bowl. And I'm just going to gently fold them through. So for a folding technique, I'm going underneath and folding back through in a figure of 8 motion. And what I want to do is make sure that all those egg whites are well incorporated, and I don't want any white fluffy bits. So keep stirring, make sure you come right up from underneath. Until everything is well incorporated. And once you find you've got no more white, a good way to check is to tap the side of the bowl. It's done. And you can just put that in the fridge and set. So you can either put it into a serving bowl, a big serving bowl, or at this point you could put it into some small glasses and set those in the fridge. And there you have it. You can always top it with some crunched up amaretti biscuits or some crunchy bars, something like that. But really easy, quick dessert.